What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Starting today's video with Hunter Labrada's guest posing. And before we talk about how he looks, I do not understand the people in the comments section. Instead of being grateful that we are watching a potential top 6 Olympian guest posing this close to the show, that too the biggest show of the year, most of the people are complaining about him wearing a hat while he is guest posing. I mean, what the hell? That is his style. He always does that. And most importantly, I fail to understand why does this even matter in the first place? Name any other guy who is gonna be in that top 8, who is doing the same this close to a show, guest posing and promoting the sport. I bet there is none. Now let's talk about his physique. He is 6 weeks out of the Olympia right now and he looks bang on target. As far as his chances are concerned at this year's Mr. Olympia, do not forget, Tyler Mannion said that when both Andrew and Hunter came out initially, at Texas Pro of course, the judges were inclining towards Hunter Labrada that he's gonna win that show. And a lot of the people had some questions about that. The thing is, Hunter is really damn big on that stage. He was standing next to Andrew Jacked, and yet he outmuscled him in some of the shots. Plus the major difference was compared to last year's Mr. Olympia, Hunter's conditioning improved so much. And the reason Hunter lost was because he faded as the show went on. On top of that, his composure on that stage wasn't as impressive as Andrew's. And that is what led him to losing this show to Andrew Jacked. So these things are definitely fixable. The size that Hunter has right now with the conditioning that we saw from him in 2 back-to-back shows, he is gonna be a factor in the first call-out, there is no doubt about that. Anything can happen in bodybuilding. It's just a matter of who peaks right and who brings his all-time best at the Olympia stage. I think Justin Shier has got one of the most incredible set of forms in men's open bodybuilding right now. That is without a doubt a great structure as well. So was there enough time for him to make some improvements after winning this year's Chicago Pro? Well, we do not exactly know. Because typically when these guys are trying to bring up a weak area, for instance in Justin's case his back, that requires a full-blown off-season. Because these guys are already at the peak of the sport, and to make some significant improvements, they need time for that. But Justin had a nice little rebound after Chicago Pro, and then a little off-season afterwards. So that was only a few weeks, so we will see how he looks on the Olympia stage. And compared to Chicago Pro, he has some margin of improvements as well, in terms of conditioning. He wasn't as sharp or as dry as we saw him when he won his pro call. So how high can Justin place at his Olympia debut? 3 of the top 10 finishers from last year, Rafael Brandao, Big Ramy and William Bonac, they aren't gonna be there this time. So that makes it interesting on who is gonna level up and crack top 10 this year. So talking about the guys who are making their Olympia debuts this year, Brett Wilkin also guest posed today looking really huge. He was on HD Muscle podcast, speaking about his expectations for his Olympia debut. So if you guys remember, the amount of hype Brett Wilkin had going into last year's Arnold Classic, that was absolutely nuts. You guys would probably remember that his camp had him winning the title against Brandon Curry, or at least giving him a run for his money. Obviously that did not happen, and he did not place top 5 in that show. And we all know the Olympia is a totally different ballgame, especially now. Brett Wilkin has been putting in work for the last 1 year. He had the longest off season. So showing up at his best and getting that comparison with some of the best guys in the world, that will be a good measure of where the improvements need to be made for 2024 Mr. Olympia. So what do you guys think? How high can Brett Wilkin place at his Olympia debut? Some people out there state that Urs is overrated. How does he keep placing so high not only at the Olympia, but at the Arnold Classic as well? Well, here is a little glimpse of how shredded he is at 6 weeks out of the biggest show of the season. Anyone who has stepped on a bodybuilding stage, they know the feeling of how big of a struggle it is to suffer the pain of hunger, sleepless nights when you are on this body fat level. But apparently Urs fights through it every year. And that is why he is one of the best guys in the world. So with 5 more pounds, and if I'm not mistaken, he had 4 more pounds after last year's Mr. Olympia already, we should expect Urs to be at his all-time best, with a bit more overall aesthetics and size. Some more classic physique news, as Gabriel wins the Muscle Contest International in Brazil and gets his Olympia qualification for third consecutive year. And I have to say total respect for Gabriel, as he revealed afterwards that he fell down the stairs. His foot and his back was injured, but even with those injuries he was able to pose extremely well on that stage. So congratulations to him, and let's see how he does at the Olympia stage this time. So Courage Opara won the San Antonio Pro, and he also qualified for this year's Mr. Olympia. He is one of the most underrated guys in classic physique division right now. He was on the Olympia stage last year as well, if I'm not mistaken. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.